there are a lot of girls who come to Eretz Yisrael and they're flying. They have a whole year. They're learning here. They're growing. It's beautiful. They're in classes. They're in seminary. And then they go home. And all of a sudden they feel disconnected. And they feel completely and totally like, okay, Zeo, my Torah was only in Eretz Yisrael. It was only in seminary. Now I'm home, real life, there's no connection here. Or it could be that a woman is going out in shidduchim and she's dating and she's dating and she's davening and she's davening and she feels so connected to Kadosh Baruch Hu, and then she gets married and then it's like, okay, Zeo, that was great. That was that connection, and now I'm married and I'm going to work and raise a family, God willing. I remember when I was, my husband and I were quite a few years, we were trying to have children, and that closeness, that davening, it was so sweet. It was so beautiful. It was a constant living with the bunch of Hashem, I'm so connected to you. And then we had my son. And there I was nursing and pacing him back and forth. And I was rocking him and I was feeding him. And I was trying to change his diapers and do all these things. And okay, where was that connection? So in this week's Parsha, we see Avram Avinu is mamash, he's talking to the Shekhinah. Okay, he's sitting in front of his tent. He just had Brit Milah. It is so hot out there. And he's talking to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. What more closeness? He just went through a very big test, and he's completely and totally with Hashem. And yet, he's not feeling satisfied. He wants to do a huge mitzvah of receiving guests. He's sitting, waiting for guests to come. Hashem sees this, and you know what he does? He says, okay, I'm going to send you guests, Avram. He sends him guests. 3 angels, they're angels, but they're 3 men coming. Avram sees them, he gets so excited. He's talking to the Shekhinah, and he says to the Shekhinah, what does he say to him? Vayomer Adonai, Im na matzati chen beinecha, he says, wait a minute, Hashem, if I found favor in your eyes, don't leave from here. I'm going to be right back. I'm just going to go attend to these people and just don't go anywhere. So Chazal brings that it's so beautiful to learn from this, that even when you're talking to the Shekhinah, to do another mitzvah, ben adam lechaveru, you run, you look at Avram Avinu, his Baal Chesed, it's beautiful. But there's another message here that I just love, and I think it so applies to us. Rav Pinkus Zatzal, Rav Shimshon Pinkus Zatzal says, look at the words. He doesn't say, bye Hashem, I got to go do something else. What does he say? Wait for me. There's still connection. So that means that even if I'm not learning, and I'm not in seminary, and I'm not in Torah, in the sense of learning every day, that intensity, I'm not disconnected from you. Wait for me, be with me. It means when I get married and I have a family, I'm taking care of my kids, or I'm working, I'm doing things. I'm sometimes it's monotonous, and you're sometimes in this kind of day after day, and you're just sort of doing things. And there's no more of that intensity of the tefillah, but there's 100,000 opportunities for connection. How? Just by saying, Hashem, wait for me, be with me right here, be with me as I'm cooking and cleaning and changing diapers, be with me when I go to work, be with me when I'm talking on the phone to a friend or to a relative, or when I'm going shopping and when I'm in the grocery store. Hashem, don't disconnect, be with me. He never was disconnected of Avinu. It's a lesson for us that no matter where we are in whatever situation, no matter how mundane, how monotonous, how routine, we can connect. But we have to turn to Kadosh Baruch Hu and say, wait a minute, Hashem, don't leave me. Be with me. And B'ezrat Hashem, He will. Have a great Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom.